Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is box number 3 of my CD collection. I can see right now there's a lot of metal in here and some punk, so just dive right on in here. So the first one here that I have is a band that is kind of local to me. I think they're from the Baltimore area. I know they're from Maryland anyway. This is Clutch. This is Blast Tyrant. Really good album from 2004. There's track listing right there. I like the artwork on here too. Pretty cool stuff. So, Clutch. I know a lot of people don't care for this band. I enjoy their early stuff. I'm not really a fan of their new stuff. But this is better than Ezra's first album, Surprise. Yeah, this is like their quote-unquote demo, I guess you could say, from 1990. I enjoy it. I know my brother enjoys it too. So, you guys like Better Than Ezra? I mean, I like the 90s stuff. I like some of the early 2000s stuff, but I don't care for them now. Their stuff now is just too poppy. But anyway. Next one here is actually a CD that I purchased from Bill Moseley. And I know he actually, did he sign this one for me? I don't remember if he did or not. No, I don't think he signed it for me, but I have other things signed from him. This is the band he had with Buckethead. This is Cornbugs, Celebrity Psychos. I don't think he signed this for me, but really interesting band. He goes by Chop Top for this release, but it's Bill Moseley, Buckethead, and Pinchface on drums. So there you go. Actually, was at his line first on I think it was a Saturday morning. I was waiting for him first in line, so he gave me a bunch of free stuff. It was like pretty cool, I guess. I have a Buckethead mask with him. He signed it for me too, so I'll show that in a later video. This one here is Ramones, Brain Drain. This one's got I Believe in Miracles, Pet Sematary, Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight, Can't Get You Out of My Mind. This is from 89. I think it's from 1989. It just says the re-release date on here because this is the bonus track version. Yeah, 1989, yep. Next up, actually got this at McKay's years and years and years ago. I am a fan of the Vandals. I'm sure you guys probably would think that I would be. This is their early stuff with Steve-O on vocals. This is Peace Through Vandalism and When in Rome Do As the Vandals. This is the one that has, obviously, Wannabe Manor, Urban Struggle, Legend of Pat Brown, Anarchy Burger, Lady Killer, who else on here? Mohawk Town. This is from Time Bomb Recordings. This is from 1982 and 1984. You probably hear some of the songs on here that was in Suburbia, the movie Suburbia. Got a couple of, actually probably have a lot more than just a couple. I don't know where my Hell Below Stars Above album, no, it's right there. Give it away here. So I have all these Toadies albums here. So we have the re-release version of Rubberneck with quite a few bonus tracks on it. Obviously everybody knows Possum Kingdom, Away, I Come From the Water, Backslider, what else? Mr. Love, one of my favorite songs, Happy Face. Tyler's a good song. The whole album is good, this one. And we have the second album, Hell Below Stars Above, with obviously the title track, Plane Crash, Push the Hand, Little Sin, Motivational, Heal, You'll Come Down, Pressed Against the Sky, What We Have We Steal, Jigsaw Girl, Sweetness. I love the song Sweetness. Which one is this one from? This is 2015. I think this one's, yeah, this one's before that one. Play Rock Music, I have this on vinyl as well. This is the one that has Summer of the Strange, We Burn the City Down, Sunshine, Animals. I think this, when did they re-release this one? Okay, this one's actually before this one. They re-released Feeler. They actually re-recorded it. This was the album they were supposed to do after Rubberneck, but it got shelved for some reason. I actually have those sessions on a burned disc somewhere else. But this is like the re-recordings of Trust Game, Waterfall, Dead Boy, City of Hate, Mine, Suck Magic, ATF Theme, Joey Let's Go, and Pink. I like this album, but I actually prefer the original recording of it. I know a lot of people do too. Keep going backwards. This is No Deliverance. I got it from McKay's a while back. This has got the title track, Hell and High Water, Nothing to Cry About. I'm not totally familiar with this. I'll go back and listen to this one. What year is this one from again? And then we got the live album here. This is from 2001. It's basically just stuff from Rubberneck, a couple songs that were supposed to be on Feeler, and then Hell Below Stars Above, and then they did a cover of Where Is My Mind by the Pixies. And then the 2015 album, Heretics. I think this is just a bunch of re-recordings, some newer songs, but some re-recordings, because it's got Tyler, Possum Kingdom, Doll Skin, Backslider, Jigsaw Girl, Send You to Heaven, Heart of Glass. Yeah, so there's a track listing there. There's your insert there. Really big fan of the Toadies. Next up, we have a band called Mineral. It's another hardcore band from, what year is this from again? Some of these albums don't even have like dates on them for some reason. I don't know why. I want to say early 2000s. Yeah, I want to say the early 2000s. I do enjoy some of hardcore stuff. I do like our post hardcore. I don't know what it is, but good stuff. I think this one is the first album. This is the second album. We got some Eve 6 here. I do have the second album in my car, but this is all the other ones that I have. So we got the first album. You know, obviously you guys, everybody knows Inside Out. Tongue Tied, Leech, Superhero Girl, Open Road Song, How Much Longer, Showerhead, all good stuff on that album. The third album, It's All in Your Head. This is the one with Think Twice, Without You Here, At Least We're Dreaming, Still Here Waiting, Bring the Night On. That's one of my favorite songs on here. And Not Gonna Be Alone Tonight. Good stuff. This is a live show. I forget what year it's from, but it's just got some of their like well-known songs. There's your track listing right there. It's only 10 tracks, but pretty good show. It's from it's a Live at the Vic from Chicago in 2000. So there's your information there. And then this album here I thought was a little too on the poppy side. This is Speak in Code. This is the one that had a different guitarist, if I'm not mistaken, because I think John left. And what the hell was his name that took his place? I forget his name. But, yeah. I gotta go back and listen to that again. I remember not enjoying that one too much. I think the rest of this whole stack here is, yep. That is what I thought. This is their whole discography. I think I'm missing a couple, but these are all Descendants albums. So we have, yeah, I think I am missing a couple here. I think they're in another stack here. Well, if I come across them, I'll put them with it. But this is Two Things at Once. So it's Milo Goes to College, and then the bonus Fat EP. Suburban Homes on here. You guys know that song. Bikeage Hope. My Dad Sucks. I Like Food. Wiener Schnitzel. I Want to Be a Bear. Yeah, you know, everybody knows the Descendants. Descendants All. You know, All. Coolidge. Schizophrenia. Live album called Liveage. There's track listing there. Another live album, Paul Raker. Track listing there. Everything Sucks. This is the one from 90, I think it's from 96, or yeah, 96. Coffee Mug, Riding Out, Everything Sucks, She Loves Me, Doghouse. Cool to Be You. American, Cool to Be You, Dreams, She Don't Care, Mass Nerder, Anchor Grill. And then this is one of their later albums from 2016. This is Hypercaphium Spazonate. I like that album a lot. Alright, so moving from punk, we got some metal here. So we have Death, Scream, Bloody Gore. I really like that artwork. It's actually a 2-disc set of this one, because you got the album and then you have the original Florida Session and then Rehearsals from 1986 on the second disc. Rest in peace, Chuck, I say his name right, Schuldiner. Yeah, he died in 2001. He was the main guy in Death. So if you guys like Death, let me know in the comments. But yeah, this has got 12 tracks on the first CD, and the second CD has 17. Any of you guys ska fans out there? I know a lot of people are like, why does this sound like punk rock with horns? Because it is. This is the Voodoo Glow Skulls Southern California street music. Yes, I went through a phase. I went through a ska phase. I still enjoy it. This is from 2007. This band is interesting. This is, I think, yeah, this is Ben Shepherd's band. He was the bass player in Soundgarden. This is his band called Hater. This is the re-release version from 2016. It came out in 1990. What was it? Forget what year he actually put it out. It doesn't say. Early 90s. I think it was 93. I think this was, Yeah, I think this was either right before he joined Soundgarden or like, you know, he did it before he actually joined the band. I don't remember, but really interesting band. I really like the song Roadside. That was a good song on that album. Another post-hardcore band, I think you want to say. Well, it's from '96, so I guess it is just regular hardcore. This is a band called E. coli, and it's called To Drool. Really enjoyed that one. A couple live albums from Pearl Jam from 1995. This is Chicago '95. There's your track listing there. I don't remember forget the drummer in this one. I think it was Dave Aberzesi, I believe. I think he was still there at the time. And then we have Self Pollution Radio 1995. I think he's in this one too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think he was still there at the time. Through the whole Ticketmaster thing, that's why he had a disagreement with the band and he left. And then I think Jack Irons took over for him. I don't really remember the total situation or whatever. We have Tool's Undertow, classic album. A lot of people don't like Tool. I grew up with them, so that's why I like them. One of my favorite local bands. This is Jimmy's Chicken Shack. This is Pushing the Salmonella Envelope. You guys may have heard the songs Dropping Anchor, High, This Is Not Hell, Spiderweb, School Bus, Milk, When You Die You're Dead, obviously. Really cool band, alternative band. Next up we have a double live album of Nine Inch Nails featuring David Bowie, Back in Anger. It's pretty much just a bunch of Nine Inch Nails songs, and there are a few songs on here that are David Bowie songs. So that's cool. Really enjoyed this live album. We have I think I might have 2 copies of this album, I don't know why. This is the Trick or Treat soundtrack by Fastway. If you guys enjoy that movie, I do have it. I like the soundtrack. I think this is the one with a different singer, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check on this before yeah, it is. It's the other singer. Not my favorite. I do enjoy the original Flyleaf with Lacey. I don't forget the name of the other singer's name, but this is Flyleaf's Between the Stars. Not my favorite album of theirs. It's got a few songs on here I don't mind though. Next up is another punk band I thoroughly enjoy. Flipper. So we have, I'm going to go in order here. We have Generic Flipper. I know, so original on the artwork. We have Sex Bomb Baby. Blowin' Chunks. It's a live album. We have American Graffiti. Oh, these album titles are so strange. And then of course we have Love. And then we have some Black Flag here. We have Slip It In. This has Henry Rollins in it. And then we have My War, also with Henry Rollins. We got Stan Ridgway's album called The Big Heat. This is Wall of Voodoo's lead singer. He was there for a short time and then he left and got replaced. This is his solo album. Really good artist. I do follow him on Instagram. And then we have the Desert Sessions, Volume 9. I See You Hearing Me. 9 and 10, I'm sorry. 9 and 10. This is Josh Amy's little like jam band. He's got like different people and different songs on here. He's got a lot of people that you guys probably know, like Dean Ween from Ween. Josh Freeze, obviously, he helps everybody. We got Dave Ketching, PJ Harvey, Alan. I don't say his last name right. Johannes. Twiggy Ramirez is in here. Joey Castillo. Troy Van Leeuwen. A lot of people from Queens of the Stone Age are in this. I think one of the O'Connor brothers is in here from Screaming Trees. Yeah, a lot of cool people in this jam set. There's like I don't forget how many volumes there are now. So many. Yeah, this is only I think I only have like 2 or 3 of them though. And then another punk band I like, TSOL. This is a compilation of just songs from the 80s. Yeah, 81 and 82, the early stuff. Next up we have Finger 11, but this is the band that the name title they had before they changed their name, and I'm glad they did. This is the Rainbow Butt Monkeys. Letters from Chutney. Yeah, I'm glad they changed their name because it's just, I guess it was just too strange. I guess the the managers or whatever, they just decided to change the name. Next up is the Brothers Meat Puppets. This is Too High to Die. This is the one that has Backwater on it. We Don't Exist. Never to Be Found. And I think there's a redone version on here of Lake of Fire, which Nirvana covered on their MTV Unplugged. And the Kirkwood brothers from this band were actually in that performance as well. I think I mentioned this artist the last time in one of my other boxes. This is Elvis Hitler, Hellbilly, another rockabilly, psychobilly type band. Really enjoy them. One of my favorite bands of all time. I think I have all the albums here except for maybe 1 or 2. Jawbreaker. And we have the first album, Unfun. Really good band. Love that. That was the first album I ever bought. I bought this album at a pawn shop. Probably in the mid-90s. I've had it ever since. Really cool punk band. Or they don't really refer to themselves as punk, but if you listen to it, you think it's within that genre. We have I can never say this right. Bivouac, second album. This is the one that has Chesterfield King on it, and Big, and Shield Your Eyes, and their cover of Joan Jett's You Don't Know What You've Got Till It's Gone. We have 24 Hour Revenge Therapy, really good album. This is the one that has Boxcar on it, along with Do You Still Hate Me, Ashtray Monument, Condition Oakland. Really good album. Their last studio album, even though they are back together now, but this is Dear You. I do have the t-shirt for this album. This is the one that has Fireman, Save Your Generation, Accident Prone, Chemistry, Oyster, Jet Black, Bad Scene, Everyone's Fault, Sluttering, May 4th. And it's got some bonus tracks on here, like their cover of Into You Like a Train. Shirt is a good song. Everybody likes that song, Shirt. a live show from 1996. It's only got 9 songs on here, but still cool. And then the Odds and Ends compilation album called Etc. The song I really like on here the most has to be Equalized. That's like an early song of theirs that never made it on an album. And then there's obviously, the REM cover of Pretty Persuasion, With or Without You too. A couple early versions of Shield Your Eyes and Boxcars on here. That's the redone version. Peel It the F Down, Kiss the Bottle. That song's kind of sad, but yes. We have a band called Far, which is, if I remember correctly, I think they worked with the Deftones. And then the singer of this band actually had another band after this. I just forget the name of it off the top of my head. But yeah. I also have a burned copy of their album called Quick. I got this, I don't remember how I got this, but I used to download a lot back in the day, but who didn't, right? We have a band here, one of my favorite bands. This is a band called Failure. This is going up in the wrong order here. We have Comfort, Magnified, and then Fantastic Planet. This is Ken Andrews' band. If you don't know who he is, he's more of a producer. And he had a lot of other projects in the 90s and then obviously the early 2000s. Year of the Rabbit was a good project of his, which I do have that album as well. You'll probably see it later on in a different video. Or this one, I don't know what's in this box. So we have the Gin Blossoms, New Miserable Experience. Everybody knows Hey Jealousy, Until I Fall Away, Found Out About You, Allison Road. This has got different B-sides and whatnot on disc 2. We have Congratulations, I'm Sorry, which has Follow You Down. What other songs on here you guys would know? As Long as It Matters, Whitewash. I love the song Whitewash. Competition Smile is probably my favorite song of theirs on this album. Day Job, High Wire. The whole album's good. I found this, my brother and I went on this road trip years ago. We were trying to find this used record store, and I think it was the Charlottesville area. I don't think it was the one that I showed you guys on Instagram a while back, but I don't know. It was a weird little small shop, but the only thing I left with was this live show, this Gin Blossoms Hard On It live double disc. There's 2 sessions on here. One is live in Pittsburgh from 1996, April 18th. And then there was a live in New York acoustic session from February 9th, 1996 as well. Yeah, there's 24 songs on here on 2 discs. I don't think it's a bootleg though. I think it's an actual pressed. Yeah, it's an actual pressed disc. So this was put out by Kiss the Stone. They did a lot of I think these are all imports from Italy or something, from what I remember. I used to buy a lot of those back in the day. I used to find them at different, record stores and used bookstores. This is one of their later albums called Major Lodge Victory. I saw them on this tour, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I did. So we got Learning the Hard Way. That was the main hit off this album. Let's Play 2. Those are the only 2 songs I remember that we used to play on the radio on this album. We have a band called Full. The album's called Hot Dog Water Cocktail. That's disgusting, but hey, 1998. This is like, I don't remember what kind of band this is. I think it's just alternative rock, if I'm not mistaken. I need to go back and listen to it, though. I used to buy a lot of random CDs at FYE in the used, and obviously in the used section way back when. My brother knows. We have Everclear's Sparkling Fade, really good album. This was when they were more of a post-grunge type band and not just a regular alternative rock band. I have seen them live before. They still got it, or at least Art does. Everybody else is gone. They've been replaced by other musicians, but still a good band. This is the album that has Santa Monica on it. Heroin Girl, You Make Me Feel Like a Whore. I like that song. Heart Spark Dollar Sign is a good song too. Side project here, Eyes Adrift. This is Kurt Kirkwood from the Meat Puppets, Chris Novoselic from Nirvana, and Bud Goff from Sublime. This is like their only album they ever put out. I dig it. It's a pretty decent band. And then we have Fuel. This is their one of their first EPs called Porcelain, from 1996. This is the album that kind of put them out there, which would, a lot of these songs on here would actually be re-recorded and put on Sunburn. I don't know if that on here. Shimmer. You guys know the Shimmer. They play it on every station. Bittersweet, Jesus or a Gun, Sunburn, Mary Pretends. One of my favorite songs, Walk the Sky. It's a bonus track on this one. That was from the Godzilla soundtrack. To do that one. This is totally out of order, but this is Alkaline Trio's Crimson. Obviously, you got Time to Waste. I love that song. This is the double disc version that has demos on it as well. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, these are like way out of order. So we have a random Foo Fighters album, really good album. I definitely enjoyed this one. I enjoy the first album a lot more. But this one's not a bad follow-up. It's got obviously Monkey Wrench, Everlong, Walking After You, My Hero, Hey Johnny Park, Up in Arms, and it's got 6 B-sides, including their cover of Baker Street and Down in the Park. I found this at where did I find it? I found this at a thrift store, I believe. I didn't know who the hell they were. Obviously, everybody knows who they are now, but I didn't know who they were. And then I read who was in the band, and I was like, yeah, I gotta grab this. This album is out of print, and it goes for stupid money. It's Chester Bennington's band that he was in before he joined Linkin Park. I've had this album in my collection for quite some time. Obviously, this was before he ultimately passed away. This is from 1994. They have a newer album that they released when he right after he died. I'm not sure if these songs are on it or not, but those are more re-recorded songs with his vocals over it. But this is like the original recording. Not a bad band. They were kind of like post-grunge type sound, I guess you could say. I have this band's first album in my car right now. I believe this is their second album. The band is called Gnome. The album is called Six Hi-Fi Surprise Tower. They were a part of the, I guess, Seattle scene back in the 90s. They didn't really compare to they weren't really in the grunge era, though. They were kind of like, they were trying, but they were more alternative. Not a bad band though. I definitely enjoyed them. Oh, here's my. Okay. Speaking of Flyleaf, I have the other albums right here. So we have the best one, the self-titled album. I'm So Sick, Fully Alive, Cassie, All Around Me, Red Sam. And this has 5 acoustic tracks on here as well. I bought this used a while ago from FYE because when I bought this. Huh. That's interesting. No, you know what? I think I have the first disc. Yeah, that's right. I remember I bought this, and then I realized that the first album's actually not, the first disc's actually not in here, but I do have it. This just has the acoustic tracks on it. I gotta hunt the first disc down. We have the second album, Memento Mori. What was the track off this one that was the hit? I don't remember. It also has a bonus disc with 4 extra tracks. Let me know in the comments if you guys remember the singles off this album. I don't remember. And then we have I guess it's not necessarily an EP, but it's 7 tracks. This is Remember to Live. This was put out in 2010. And then we have, I guess this is the last album with her in it, I think, or was this the other singer? Sorry, I don't remember. Yeah, Lacey's in this one, okay. New Horizons. This is the album from 2012. I think this is the last time she was with the band. I don't know what the singles were off this album though. We have a punk band called Digits. You guys probably don't know who they are, but if you know the song Killboy Powerhead by The Offspring, it's actually a cover of the Digits because it's actually on this album. I guess they needed an extra song on their album. They didn't really have anything, so they just went ahead and covered this band. Not a bad punk band. I'm not too familiar with their discography, but the album's from 1990, so I know they covered Foxy Lady on here by Hendrix. Alright, this band right here, it's a German band. I don't really listen to them, but this is Die Arts. The album is called, I'm going to butcher it because I don't speak German. Runter mit den Spinderhosen Unschickbarer. I don't know. But interesting band. I got this because I like the one song on here, Leichenhalle, track 7. It kind of sounds like Rammstein, but it's not. It's just this band from Germany. Really interesting band. All the songs sound different. I really don't like that song, but I need to go back and listen to this album again. We got some Dinosaur Jr. here. This is just a compilation. Everybody knows the song Feel the Pain from the 90s, but they actually had some other songs as well that people know, like Whatever's Cool With Me, Freak Scene, they covered Just Like Heaven, I Don't Think So, Start Chopping. Really good band. This next band I believe is also in the hardcore / post-hardcore era. This is a band called Edison Picture Postcard. I only really keep it around because I like that back artwork with the jack-o'-lanterns, pails. I love that. We have the Earthmen, Teen Sensations. I don't really remember this album. I gotta go back and listen to that. We have Earshot's second album, The Silver Lining. I got their first album somewhere in here. Duran Duran's Greatest Hits. Obviously, everybody knows Duran Duran. We got more death here. So we have Spiritual Healing, and then we have Leprosy. I don't have Leprosy, but we have Leprosy right here as an album. I'm a big Devo fan. A lot of people, I mean, obviously, I'm a big Devo fan because I have the hat there. So we have Live 1980. Question, are we not men? Answer, we are Devo. Obviously, Uncontrollable Urge, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Mongoloid, Jocko Homo, Too Much Paranoias. And there's a bunch of extra live tracks on this album. Freedom of Choice, I love this album. It's the one that has Whip It on it. Girl You Want, the title track, Gates of Steel, That's Pep, Planet Earth, really, really good album. Live tracks as well. We have Duty Now for the Future. This album has Wiggly World, Secret Agent Man, Smart Patrol, Mr. DNA. We have New Traditionalists, Through Being Cool, Jerking Back and Forth, Beautiful World, a bunch of B-sides on here as well. And then we have the 2-disc anthology with the lenticular cover. This is just a compilation of stuff, and it has a lot of B-sides on here too, like their cover of Are You Experienced? They cover Nine Inch Nails, had like a hole on here. It's a really interesting cover. I do enjoy it though. Yeah, there's your track listing right there. I really like that lenticular artwork. Let's see, we have a lot of Deftones in here. I think I have one album in my car though. But this is pretty much all their albums except for 2 of them. So I gotta keep pushing these stacks here. So this video is gonna be like an hour long. Sorry guys. We have Adrenaline, one of my favorite albums of all time. Around the Fur, White Pony. This is a different version. This is an EP of Back to School, Mini Maggot. Self-titled, B-sides and rarities. And then we have Koi no Yoken. I have the other ones I have 2 albums in my car. The only I don't think I don't have is Saturday Night Wrist. I gotta go back and buy that album again. We have The Doors, LA Woman. This is the 40th anniversary edition with a second disc of alternate versions, pretty much, and then 2 B-sides. This is an album that has Lover Madly, LA Woman, Riders on the Storm. If you guys like The Doors, let me know. We got Disturbed's first album, their best album in my opinion. We got the Dead Boys, Young, Loud, and Snotty. Sonic Reducer, everybody likes that song. More Descendants. I think I have some of these on already showed, like, you know, there's Enjoy, Bonus Fat by Itself, I Don't Want to Grow Up. I love this album. Milo Goes to College. Gravity Kills. The second album, Perversion. If you guys know who they are, Guilty. Enough. Actually, the whole first album is really good. The second album has Falling, Crashing, Drown, Alive. The third album, Super Starved, Love, Sex, and Money, 15 Minutes, Forget Your Name, Enemy, their cover of Personal Jesus. I like this artist, Jerry Giddens. He's more of like a folky singer-songwriter. Where is my first album of theirs? I'm gonna wait on that. We have pretty much every Green Day album here. Give me a second. It's not up to date. I do have some in my car too, but we have 10,039, Smoothed Out Sloppy Hours. This is the original pressing. I do have the re-release version as well, because I'm a nerd. Kerplunk. Green Day's Dookie without Ernie. I have the one with Ernie in my car, but it's the same album. It's just I guess they got, cease and desist to take it off, so they had to re-release it. Insomniac. Foot and Mouth. This is a live album. Nimrod. I have the remastered deluxe edition as well. Warning. International Super Hits. Shenanigans. American Idiot. Bullet in the Bible. Green Day Live on Air. This is a live show from 1992. Then there's the DVD, which is the Live at Woodstock 94 complete show with a couple extra tracks on here from live radio montage, and then they did a TV version of Armitage Shanks, which is a good song from Insomniac. 21st Century Breakdown, Uno, Dose, Trey, and Revolution Radio. We're almost done, guys. Alright. I'm a big Goo Goo Dolls fan, at least the early stuff. I lost interest after Let Love In came out, so I do have the first album, it's just not in this box. This is the second album, Jed. This is when Robbie was the singer. Johnny wasn't the singer yet. So, not really a whole lot to talk about of this album other than Up Yours. And then their cover of Down on the Corner with Lance Diamond singing lead. And they covered Give Me Shelter as well in here. Hold Me Up is when they started having John sing more. So this has got You Know What I Mean, Laughing, Just the Way You Are, Never Take the Place of Your Man, the Prince cover with Lance Diamond singing lead, On Your Side, and 2 Days in February. Superstar Car Wash. This is the one that has Girl Right Next to Me, We Are the Normal, Falling Down, Lucky Star, On the Lie. I do have A Boy Named You in my car. We have Dizzy Up the Girl, which some people say is their last good album. Gutter Flower was okay, but this is probably my last favorite album of theirs. And we have Godsmack. So we have the original album that is hard to find. It goes for stupid money. This is All Wound Up. The barcode is punched, but this is, I believe this is with a different drummer, if I'm not mistaken, because the original drummer there's a lot of weird, you know, Sully did play drums, but he was in another band called, what the heck was the band called? I'm drawing a blank, but I enjoyed this album. My self-titled album is probably in another box. You have Awake, Faceless, acoustic EP called The Other Side, 4, The Oracle, and then Live and Inspired. So that's it. Actually, that's not it. That's not it yet. So you'll see the price tag on this. I actually didn't pay that for it. I had a lot of trade-ins a while back at McKay's, so I went ahead and just scooped up this box set. I'm sure it goes for quite a bit of money now. This is the Cult, Rare Cult box set. Don't pay attention to that price tag. But this is 6, actually there's more than 6 discs in here. I think there's 7 discs in here, because it says 1 through 6 there, and there's actually a bonus disc here. This has these are just different remixes on this album. But yep, Rare Cult. Then we have a couple cassettes here too, just 3. These were never released on CD, just vinyl and cassette. I do have the vinyl for this as well. This is technically their first debut album called Surprise, Surprise, Surprise. This is their EP called The Backyard. And then this is their second album, I think. I do have the CD for this one too. This is Me and Mr. Ray. And then just a couple of things in this box, like there's this cassette recorder. I never ever used it. I got it for, I think, Christmas or birthday years ago. Oh, I'm sorry, I got one more tape here. We have Glad. This is another EP. And then I got a couple of different iPods in here that I probably don't even need anymore. So that's it, guys. That's it for this box. Hopefully you guys watched this all the way through. If not, I understand why. Take care, and I'll see you guys in another video. See ya.